Well, let's speak to Gabriel Puricelli. He is a political analyst and also vice president of the Public Policy Laboratory. That's an independent think tank out of Buenos Aires. He joins us now from there. Gabriel, we've seen this huge outpouring of grief over the last few days, and Maradona was really so many things to so many people. I'd like to look a little at what he represented in terms of politics and democracy for Argentina. What did he mean for you in that regard?
Well, obviously, especially for people of my generation, people who, like me, were 20 years old when Argentina won the World Cup in 1986. It meant the world to us because it reflected on the optimism that Argentina was living at the moment, soon after the return to democracy. In a way, it was not the first time Argentina won the World Cup, but the circumstances in which it had won the World Cup in 1978 in Argentina under the dictatorship robbed us of the possibility of fully enjoying in freedom the happiness of winning a World Cup. So Diego Maradona will be forever remembered as not only the man who brought us the World Cup, but will be forever associated with the freedom with which we were able to express our happiness at that time.
Well, Gabriel, also back in 1986, his two goals, including that goal of the century against England, that wasn't that many years after the Falklands War. How symbolic was that for the country watching?
Well, in fact, it has to be said that the war for the Falkland Islands was a hugely unpopular war. It was a folly of a military regime. So there was not really a sense of vindication in that match. There was a great sense of pride because we were beating the inventors of the game. But I would put aside any chauvinistic element in the happiness that we all felt at defeating England in that occasion. It must be said that after the competition with our neighbors, Brazil, England is one of the teams that is more symbolic of the game. So, of course, the joy felt throughout the country is mostly associated with that. And I wouldn't necessarily associate it with anything having to do with a war decided by the military.
And just watching Daniel's reporting there, Maradona's background, where he grew up, how he lived, that all clearly influenced his politics, very much siding with the left. What kind of legacy has that left in Argentina?
Well, Maradona never forgot his roots, and he brought that with him when he left Argentina. So not only he remained loyal to his roots in Villa Fiorito, which has been so well depicted a couple of minutes ago, but he also brought that spirit to Naples in Italy when he went on to play for Napoli. The south of Italy is the underdeveloped region of that country, and Diego bringing them to a first Scudetto, to the first championship for that team also reflected on that quality of David against Goliath that Maradona always was.
Very much a man of the people. Gabriel Puricelli there from the Public Policy Laboratory in Buenos Aires. Great to get your thoughts here on Al Jazeera. Thanks for being with us, Gabriel.
Thanks for having me.